Fritz is here, and when I mentioned to people that Chris Fritz was going to be here to talk, everybody knew you. Everybody knows your name.
And then they all left.
No, but it's like the whole world is just a friendly little bar, and they all know your name. They all knew who you were.
Well, it's probably because I've been to a few of those bars.
Now, isn't that interesting, though? You promote other people and promote events, and yet you, because you've done, how long have you done this?
Well, you know, a few years. Since I've been 15, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did my first show at 15.
What was it, you remember?
Well, yeah, it was a group out of Chicago called the Roadrunners, and then I ended up doing a series of shows with them, opened up a little club when I was like 16, lasted a couple years, went off to college, promoted while I was in college.
Right.
You know, some bands that actually were, you know, got a little name, Friend and Lover and American Breed, Bend
Sure.
Me, Shape Me, and so, you know, I kind of put my way through college doing that and working on the Chicago Northwestern Railroad. So.
Oh, really? You're a railroad guy?
I was a fireman on the Chicago North CNW.
So you know real work, too?
Yeah, it was fun,
real
but
work.
it was, you know, it was enjoyable, but I had to move on. I didn't want to spend 70 years on the railroad.
It's like I just read a quote from Glenn Campbell. He said he did just enough farm work to know he didn't want to do farm work.
Yeah, and I did enough rails to know I didn't want to be riding those all my life.
What's the secret to being a successful promoter? And you've certainly been that. What do you have to do behind the scenes to make people?
I'm still working on that.
Oh, you're successful.
But when I grow up, no, you know, it's like any business. It takes a long time to, you know, figure it out.
Right.
You know, in this business especially, it transforms itself constantly. The styles of music, the age groups, the demos, the radio stations.
Right.
You know, when we were first doing music and concerts, there was one radio station, KY102 here.
That's right.
And you know, KBQ also was a rock station, and they were clashing. And but KY became the monster for years, and so it was very simple. Now you've got multiple different kinds of genres of music. The kids gravitate to everything, and people are getting their information off the internet, downloading iPods, every new device.
New world,
it's an electronic world of music. So,
is there a concert or a performer or any event that you remember as really your breakthrough thing where you said, I'm doing the right thing, this is really working?
Well, you know, when I first started here, you know, and this is I always love to tell this story if you want to hear one.
Sure, absolutely.
You know, I came here from California and saw that the marketplace was an opportunity here.
Right.
And so, but I needed investors. So I put it ad in the paper. It says, looking for investors for rock shows. So these two ladies, probably in their mid-70s, showed up, maybe 60s, whatever. And so I'm having coffee with them, and I'm telling them about Ted Nugent and Black Sabbath and you know, on and on, 10 years after band. And they're just being the sweetest can be. And they said, you know, can we just ask you, what does anything you're talking about have to do with rocks? And I go, huh? And they go, they wanted to do a gem show.
Sure,
and
absolutely.
I go, well, I think we might have missed the target here.
Different planes here.
So, you know, I got a little money together. We did our first show. Didn't quite do well. Did our second show, did okay. But my breakthrough here is probably James Gang, Edgar Winter, and a band called REO Speedwagon.
Just a little band.
Yeah, well, they were a little band then. They were $500 for the night.
Really?
And they were the opening band, and I saw them and I said, guys, we got to work together more. So I started doing a lot of dates with them and trying to promote them. Bam, they hit.
Yeah.
So then I did the same thing with Ted Nugent. He was in between record labels and stuff like that, needed gigs. So I started putting them together, and a group came, BTO came out.
Right.
Then I did the Ozark Music Festival, and you know.
One leads to the next.
Yeah,
to the next.
And so we built a really great business, and then all of a sudden Kemper fell down, and my business was like disrupted for a couple of years.
I'll bet it was.
But you know, through that we went into the motorsport business, went into the lacrosse business, sports, and
you got to be able to think on your feet and move, don't you?
Yeah. And so, you know, and that's back to your question. It's like, you know, it's a lot of luck, but also, you know, trying to manage your expectations, doing what you're doing, and trying to, you know, be the house instead of the player.
And all the way up to just recently Kanrocksas, big success, Eminem and
Muse and Black Keys. We had, there was a total of 56 acts. About 39 of them were national. Well, actually about 42 of them were national, and then the rest were regional and local. Gave a lot, tried to get a lot of locals opportunity to play.
Get on the big stage. Chris Fritz is here. We're going to talk some more about this legendary career and all the paths that he has crossed and some of the paths that he has forged, too. Coming up in just a little bit. We'll be right back.
Thank you.